TJ Hockenson's fifth-year extension, and one last look at the draft. Let's Talk Lions. Welcome back to an all-new episode here at Let's Talk Lions. My name is Jay. Thank you for hanging out. My friends, tomorrow is draft day. Somehow, someway, it got here. Praise God. Join me and a few fellas tomorrow night, Thursday, at 7:30 p.m. right here on the channel. We're going to do a live stream, a live watch party of the draft. So hang out with us, even if it's just for a few minutes, it'll be a good time. We're one day away from the draft, and gosh, am I excited for it. But I'm excited in a whole new way. Where years past, you're just sort of hoping that you get the guy that you want. For the first time ever, I trust Brad Holmes. I trust our front office. I trust their decision-making process. And that's just a wild thing to actually trust. Like, it got me thinking about winning franchises and being like, do you guys just always trust your front office? What a wild thought. What a wild idea. So here I am being like, yeah, I actually trust whatever it is that you're going to do at number 2. B, I have no idea who we're going to select. Your guess is as good as mine. The speculation spectacular that's going to be this draft tomorrow is truly exciting, enticing, and intoxicating in a way. Sort of like this homemade horchata that I made. I'm going to tell you, is good. It's probably because I used jasmine white long rice because it gives it a much brighter type of flavor due to the jasmine. But before we hop into that yawning portal of a subject regarding the draft, TJ Hockenson's fifth-year extension has been picked up by the Lions. So you're looking at 2023. Hockenson will be around and he'll be making about, I think it was $9.3 million that season. It also sounds like, according to Brad Holmes, they do want to look at furthering his contract, giving him a greater extension after that 2023 season. So they're already in the works of building that out. Hockenson is an integral part to our offense. We know that. We do need Hockenson to step up in a new way, though. We know how reliable he can be as an asset out on the field. There are some situations we have seen a lot of flags, a lot of penalties coming from Hawk, and I think there's a lot of pressure on him to perform because of the wide receiver core, because it was so lackluster. So with that being said, I do expect more out of Hockenson, especially as we begin to beef up our wide receiver core. So with the Hockenson extension out of the way, I did want to take one final look at this draft. Where everything stands in this moment, I think the 3 best available prospects coming to Detroit that would have the most success, them as individuals, but also for the Lions as a whole, are as follows. Number 2, we've got Aiden Hutchinson. Number 32, Nakobe Dean. And number 34, Waquan Brisker. Defense, defense, defense. I think it is imperative for the Detroit Lions to bulk up our defense. Specifically in that order: edge, linebacker, safety, front, middle, back. Let's face it, though our defense is improving, it's still real rough around the edges. If we want to be championship caliber, if we want to be NFC North caliber leaders of the North, we have to improve this defense. And that's why I think we got to use 2, 32, and 34 in that order. When it comes to Hutchinson, look, I know people are going to point to Kayvon Thibodeau or Travon Walker, look at these two guys and say, well, their ceilings are just higher. And where I can see what they're getting across, what they're trying to express, I think Hutchinson wants this in a whole different way. Specifically, Hutchinson versus Thibodeau, I just think Hutch wants it more. He does. There's something about his grind mentality that is proven on field. That's what I want here in Detroit. We know for certain Hutchinson will give us his all every single day, every single rep. I know people will point and say, oh, he had one really great year. Well, that one really great year was a massive year. He's excellent against both the pass, the run, his size, stature, length, hands. All of it is so appealing. I think Hockenson is the right pick for Detroit. I'm not going to get into it too deep because we've already gone into it at length and you've heard it on every other Lions channel, anybody's channel, podcast, anywhere. When it comes to Nakobe Dean, the real question is, which will be for all these guys, will they be available? I have done a ton of mock drafts. I did a few here live, but I've done a ton on my own, and Nakobe Dean is usually gone about 70% of the time. And also through these draft simulators, it's mostly the friggin' cheeseheads who are snatching them up, so curse the color combination of yellow and green forever. To me, when I look at Dean, he's a lot of what Jared Davis isn't. Dean's really good at mentally watching the play unfold, diagnosing what's going on, and then reacting. He's able to make the proper adjustments. Dean's also really great against the run. He's great at spotting the ball, being able to work his way through, find it, and make the play. His angles are solid. He hits hard, tough. I love Nakobe Dean. I think he would be a tremendous asset to our linebacking core. And when it comes to Waquan Brisker, shoot, we need help at safety. And I know some people might point and say, well, we just picked up Deshaun Elliott. You're not wrong. It's a great pickup. However, the problem is Elliott has spent a lot of time injured. And I know, like, man, I want the best for him, and I want him to be competing for that starting spot. But I look at number 34, that draft selection needs to be a guy who can start right out the gate. And I think Brisker is that guy. Waquan Brisker's awareness is through the roof. He's aware of the QB's eyes. He's aware of the ball. He's aware of the field and the route running. His awareness is excellent, and I love that. From there, he's also extremely versatile. He can be used in multiple matchups, multiple moments, and I think that is going to be vital. Looking at our defense, and under Aaron Glenn and Aubrey Pleasant, he could be used in so many different scenarios. Honestly, if we can get two of these three guys, I'll be through the roof. I would be extremely excited to see Detroit bringing at least two of those three in here. And the toughest part about it all is who's actually going to be available when the pick comes. Who's going to actually still be sitting there? Because Hutch could be gone at 1. And then all of a sudden, well, it's all the mock drafts, all of the situations that we've put ourselves in, that I put myself in, is already gone. So that's why it is going to be a really special, fun evening, because anything can happen, just like Ellie once said. In the case that all three of these guys are gone when the pick is in, your boy's going to be a little bit upset. I'll kind of turn into Oscar the Grouch, just living in a garbage pail. What a sad existence for Oscar. Let me know how you feel about these three, or which three you would like to see in what order. Drop it in the comments. And please, hang out with us. This is going to be a ton of fun. I really believe. Going to have my brother, going to have a friend, a couple friends on the show. We're all going to be shooting it, really watching what Detroit does. It's going to be a blast. So please join us if you can, even if for just 5 minutes. I think you'll have a good time, because I'll be having a good time, or I'll be having a real bad time. Who knows? Once again, this horchata is excellent. Just water, rice, a little cashew milk, maple syrup in there for sweetness, cinnamon. Good boy, son. Ed Lover.